due to the demand for natural resources such as water. If you are building 10,000 houses, you need a lot of water for cement and for concrete. Then you'll need sand, a lot of sand. You'll need timber and quarry stones, just to mention a few materials. The bill should be taken through a strategic environment assessment. That's our view, to determine the probable impact of the affordable housing program on communities and the environment. So it's not just a question of reading the bill and saying the parliament has passed it, but what impact will it have once it's implemented? What impact will it have on the community and on the environment? We are also saying that when a society is under immense economic pressure, which the society in Kenya is under at the moment, then people tend to overexploit natural resources, such as wood for charcoal and bush meat. You'll find that parks are in trouble if people become poorer. They'll hunt. Because they can't afford meat in the butchery, they'll go and hunt for zebra and hunt for gazelle, and therefore destroy our natural heritage. We're also saying that Kenya has been at the forefront of championing climate change mitigation and adaptation measures. You saw a few weeks ago, or a few months ago, the whole of Africa was here talking about climate change at the African Climate Change Summit. Then we also went and participated in the Conference of Parties in Dubai, in the Emirates. And we have been championing climate change mitigation and adaptation measures, including reduction of dependence on traditional energy sources and environmental restoration through the 15 billion planning initiative. The affordable housing program, if not sustainably managed, will negate the efforts made in the achievement of the commitments on climate change. The CSOs here are expressing concern regarding the composition of the board, of the proposed board of the Affordable Housing Board, and it lacks representation from key stakeholders such as Ministry of Environment, Climate Change and Forestry, and marginalized groups. We don't see on the board groups like vulnerable groups or people living with disabilities. The board seems to be elitist. We're also saying that we're proposing a robust monitoring and evaluation framework to track the environmental impact of the affordable housing bill over time, ensuring that the intended positive outcomes are realized. Mid and end-year evaluation in the form of trace surveys shall ensure impacts are mitigated against and lessons from each housing scheme are adopted in future projects. Well, quite recently people were threatened with eviction from Kericho, the Talai clan, who have lived in that area perhaps for 200 years. They are now being told you should move out and we shall put up affordable housing here. Where are these people moving? And wherever they move to, how will they survive there? They're likely to move to the Mau forest and cause damage. This is what I'm just imagining, that if I'm evicted from my house and I don't even know where to go, I might just end up in a government forest. Yeah. So we can see the likelihood of people being causing problems to the environment.
We may have all these amazing projects. We have this program that has been proposed for the housing development and to house those that may not have a place to live. However, with this large-scale infrastructure comes in the question, where are we putting up this infrastructure? For whom are we putting them up, and for what reason? The needs assessment that we've talked about has not been conducted. We do not know where these resources are going to come from. There are people living in those environments already. They're conducting their daily livelihoods. They're taking care of their families. However, we want to put up huge infrastructural developments in these communities. Where are we taking these activities? Where are we moving these communities to? What is the impact on their lives?
For us, we felt that this was an opportune moment for the government to look at affordable houses that are sustainable in a way that the houses could be able to provide sustainable energy, could provide water, where amenities could that could recycle this water. There could be green spaces where, again, we are considering cities or villages that are green. So this is an opportunity that this government could actually be able to address most of what they've been able to champion in terms of forest conservation, in terms of climate change within this small space of housing schemes. So I think the government could use this opportunity to showcase not only to Kenyans but the whole of Africa how affordable housing could be made very sustainable within the spaces that are there within in our towns, our cities, and even our villages.
The bill does not capture, or it does not expressly put environmental matters at the forefront, and we are much concerned of the impact it will have on the natural resources that will be used towards making this affordable housing. Like we say, there will be sand, there will be trees, there will be stones and everything, and also the communities which live in these areas. If they are displaced, what happens to them? So I believe you have a position that yes, the court has issued its decision, but then the bill might proceed to all the stages of having it being passed into law. And once we have that bill passed into law, then we need to have these specific environmental concerns addressed.
More special? And the lighting is better. Okay.
The next session, so just have a bit so that we can have some cutaways and then we'll proceed to the statement. Yeah. Who's our chair for the next session?
Thank you very much. As a civil society organizations looking at the Affordable Housing Bill 2023, and let me just introduce the group.
International Alliance of Community Police Association.
I'm Suha Waliaula from Community Research in Environment and Development Initiative.
I'm expecting more people here, more members of the press. We're aware that the National Parliament, National Assembly, has asked for 2023, and the Assembly members are going around the country collecting views. We're here as civil society members to contribute to that collection of views. Anything?
And we're saying through this bill, there's certain aspects that are not being taken care of, and most importantly, the environment. So we really want to put in our voice to say that the environment is where we get our resources from. And so we want to have our voices and our inputs in the bill and have the environment come out very strongly. And we are looking at...
Yes, please. This is the affordable housing program. Yes, Geoffrey.
Thank you, Chair. We're taken care of in the bill, and we also feel that certain aspects of the bill do not really address issues that are pertinent to the environment. So we feel that there are certain things that need to be addressed, and so one of the things that we want to discuss in this meeting is because there are certain things that have been proposed in the bill. For example, things to do with the composition of the board. So we're also looking at how we can also be represented even in the administration of the, I believe that at the end of the day, our recommendations will be taken into account and help in improving the bill. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I like what you have just said about the possibility that some people might be evicted from their land in order to make way for affordable housing. It's possible that people will be evicted, and that can really cost more. Okay, that's good.
You want to hear from the finance perspective?
Yes.
Okay, maybe from my view is to welcome the ruling that has been made in regards to the deduction of the housing levy from the employees.
Yes, yes, I hope.
Okay, got it? Yeah.